One of the things we did when we were creating the units was to make grids to see how things fit together. And it was very exciting because you would see how you could link them together as grids, which you can't do here. You can't do it with the real thing. Another thing was, of course, to be able to zoom in on things. So you people who are looking at something like this now have a world of digital resources that is just unprecedented, and it's changed the way we can teach. And don't you think it changes the way we see history? When Jim does it, Jim is doing history, but art history and that. But we do it as social history, cultural history, political history, and it's just a fantastic resource.
Absolutely, I think because traditionally historians tended to both research and teach with texts. That was the medium that we've used, but actually having this new digital material opens up an entirely new world visually and eventually in other medium as well, where students can, teachers and students in fact, can get an access to both a different perspective on an event or a place or a time period, but different senses, different, in some sense, literally how people felt or right, the sound that they heard. And I think what it also does is actually at the same time makes us sensitive to the nature of the medium that we're working with. So we're not just working with text, and and historians are traditionally good at reading texts critically and carefully and using that kind of data carefully, but now we are more sensitive about sort of how prints are made, how are they distributed, and that brings us to actually history of media more generally, how the way in which we perceive the world, we see, hear, read the world, is actually constructed historically through different processes by different industries and individuals, and that becomes part of learning about the social, political, cultural histories of Japan and other parts of the world.